Mr. Speaker, the invasion of Ukraine by the Putin regime demonstrates the urgent need for this government to take security more seriously. And one key element of that security is global energy security. Nations need energy in order to attend to the basic needs of their people. It is a fact of modern life that we cannot live without energy. Energy is not just an economic issue, it is also a security issue. Nations need secure access to energy and will be forced to compromise collective security interests as much as necessary in order to guarantee that access. While many Canadians take energy security for granted, other free democracies are in a very tenuous position when it comes to reliable access to energy and already have to consider uncomfortable trade-offs. Some of our democratic partners in the Asia-Pacific region rely on energy that comes from the Middle East that is transmitted through the South China Sea, introducing multiple points of potential disruption. Many of our European allies rely on Russian gas. Countries struggle to take necessary steps to protect their security or deter aggression, fearing that their vital supply of energy will be impacted. While severe energy-related sanctions could further devastate the Russian government's economic capacity to wage war against Ukraine, the community of free nations has struggled to apply such sanctions because of current dependency. Tough energy-related sanctions would be a game-changer in this conflict, shortening the war and saving many lives. So we must work in particular to end the dependency of our European partners on Russian gas. We should act quickly to kick Putin's gas out of the free world. Canada should fuel democracy by providing our European friends with a conflict-free and reliable alternative, and one that is in many cases better for the environment than the other options available. Now, in response to our call to urgently address the issue of European and global energy security, the NDP Liberal government has said no. On Monday, they voted against our motion to push urgently to expand energy infrastructure to confront this problem. In the process, they make three arguments. They say that now is not the time to be talking about this issue. They say that we should be focused on renewables, and they say that we cannot build the energy infrastructure fast enough anyways. Now, Mr. Speaker, I totally reject the idea that the current crisis is not the time to be talking about solutions to the crisis. We should be talking about concrete acts of support and solidarity that help Ukraine and deprive Russia of its capacity to wage war. It is absurd to think that we should sit on our hands and mouth solidarity without doing the hard work of talking about concrete solutions that will save lives. Reducing European dependency on Russian gas and supporting European efforts to improve energy security is one example of a concrete solution. I'm all for renewables, but the current reality is that the science and the capacity is not there for Europe to simply flip a switch to renewables. Europe could take an all-of-the-above approach, developing its renewable capacity while working to displace Russian gas in the short term. The current limits on renewable capacity is why European countries continue to rely on Russian gas today, and also other fossil fuel-based sources such as Polish coal. Let's expand Canadian energy exports to Europe to provide a good alternative to the status quo as renewable continues to develop. The final excuse that we cannot build energy infrastructure fast enough is particularly absurd because delays building vital energy infrastructure is entirely a problem of this government's making. They canceled approved projects, they complicated the review process through Bill C-69, they piled conditions on the Energy East pipeline which had never existed before, they appointed a strident, law-breaking, anti-pipeline activist as Environment Minister, they repeatedly attacked confidence in Canada as a destination for energy investment, and now they are acting surprised with the consequences. I agree that it takes too long to build a pipeline in this country, but let's fix that problem and let's recognize the urgency of the current situation. Canadians understand that energy development is an economic and a security imperative. The government should stop making excuses and finally get to work supporting that development.